My child, let me speak to that tender place inside you. The part that has whispered, "Why not me? Why not yet?" The part that watches others step into the very things you once cried for. The platform, the relationship, the opportunity. While you've remained in the shadows, smiling, supporting, staying faithful, yet secretly wondering, have I been forgotten? Hear me now. No, you have not been overlooked. You have been hidden, and you were hidden on purpose. What you saw as silence was strategy. What felt like delay was divine protection. What seemed like lack was me layering you, with strength, with depth, with unshakable spiritual authority. I do not hide what I do not treasure. I conceal what is not yet ready. And you, my child, carry a weight that required time to settle. If I had revealed you too soon, the pressure would have crushed you. So I tucked you away, not to punish, but to prepare. You weren't lost in the wilderness, you were led there. Like Moses, like Joseph, like David, like my own son, I led you. I stayed with you. I refined you. In every silent season, behind every closed door, I was closer than your breath, deepening your discernment, training your ears to hear my whispers, anchoring your heart in me, not in applause, not in approval. And now I say none of it was wasted. The ache of invisibility was a shield, protecting your integrity, guarding your purity, preserving the sacred calling on your life. Had the crowd seen you too early, you would have tied your worth to their recognition. But I loved you too much to let that happen. I let you grow in secret. I let your roots reach depths only I could measure. And now the roots are strong. Now you are not driven by validation, you are anchored in revelation. You are not waiting for a moment. You are the moment. You are the evidence of my faithfulness, the fruit of unseen process, the vessel through which I will now move. There is no delay in me, only design. And your design is eternal, never late, never forgotten. Now the timing is catching up to your preparation. Soon, the environment around you will reflect the work I've done within you. But first, you must let go of comparison. Let go of timelines I never wrote. Let go of the resentment that secretly tried to take root. You are not behind. You are not too late. You are exactly where you need to be for what I'm about to do next. And yes, it will surprise even you. What I've formed in the hidden place is about to emerge, not for spotlight, but for shift. Not for fame, but for fruit. You won't need to announce yourself. I will. I will open the doors. I will draw the right eyes. I will send the invitations you didn't expect. Not to exalt you, but to reveal me through you. You surrendered your platform, and now I'm building one that man can't shake. You've been hidden, but not forever. The appointed time is near, and when it comes, you'll understand why it hurt, why it was quiet, why you cried, why the silence stretched so long. Because I wasn't building a moment, I was building you. Let me speak now, not to your polished self, but to your weary heart, the part that wonders if I still see, if I still care, if you somehow missed it. Listen closely. I never moved on without you. I never passed over your name. I never forgot what I whispered over your life. You weren't skipped. You weren't passed by. You weren't rejected. You were protected. Your ache didn't disqualify you. It revealed what was real. You said, "God, I trust you, but I don't understand." And even then, you stayed. You didn't quit. You kept choosing me. That's what I'm building on. I see strength where you see struggle. I see faith where you feel fear. I see endurance where you see emptiness. And I measure your posture, not your pace. You stayed low. You stayed surrendered. And that matters more than you know. You have honored me in the quiet. You've worshipped instead of growing bitter. And now I honor you not with noise, but with revelation. You are not invisible. You are invincible because you are mine. And what I've done in secret, I am about to unveil in power. Stay close. Stay grounded. Stay surrendered. The unveiling is not about you being seen. It's about me being revealed through you. And child, I'm ready. And now, so are you. When you realize that I never stopped seeing you, believing in you, or investing in your future, even when you stopped believing in yourself, everything begins to shift. You start to pray, think, and walk differently. You stop comparing, striving, apologizing for being in process. You start living from rest, from identity, from awareness of my presence. So come back not to perform, strive, or earn, but to presence. That's where your power and peace begin again. You may not see what you carry yet, but as you spend time with me, it will become clear, and when it does, everything will change. You've wondered why the pain lasted so long, why some wounds didn't heal, why some seasons refused to end. You told yourself to move on, be stronger, but the pain lingered, quietly shaping your dreams, your trust, your view of yourself. While you blamed yourself for not being over it, I never blamed you. I've been with you all along, not distant, not passive, but deeply involved. I didn't allow the pain because I was cruel. I allowed it because I was forming something eternal in you. Now it's time to see it with new eyes. The pain you endured wasn't a sign of my absence, but of the weight I knew you could carry. I let you feel things deeply, not to break you, but to create space for compassion and wisdom that can't be learned any other way. You now carry an authority only pain can produce, not the kind that commands attention, but the kind that recognizes brokenness and responds with understanding and hope. You've asked me, why did they hurt me? Why didn't you stop it? I never wanted you to be hurt, but I allowed the exposure, the fracture, not because I approved of what happened, but because I knew what I would redeem from it. I saw how I would build from the ruins, how I would turn what was meant to break you into a platform for healing. You stayed not because you were weak, but because you were loyal, hopeful, and loving. I honor that. And now you don't have to carry pain as proof of faithfulness. You can let it go, not because it didn't matter, but because it already fulfilled its purpose. It showed you what needed healing, purified your motives, and taught you to pay attention to your inner life. It trained you to hear me in the stillness, and taught you what can't go with you into your next season. For the part of you that still wonders if the suffering was necessary, hear me. You didn't miss it. You didn't fail. I didn't let you walk through pain as punishment, but as preparation. You asked for deeper trust, for greater capacity. This is what preparation looks like. Fire that refines, pressure that forms, loss that detaches you from what once limited your growth. You've seen pain as a pause, but I see it as progress. In the process, false identities fell away, the need for approval faded, and performance-based love dissolved. I buried that old version of you not to erase you, but to raise you into someone who can walk in purpose without needing constant validation. You are not building on survival anymore, you're building on revelation. That revelation is simple. You are stronger than you feel, wiser than you know, more ready than you realize. Even the tears you cried in secret watered the ground of your next season. What you called weakness was actually a seed. What you called failure was actually formation. What you thought would bury you is now soil for others to find life. You will not carry the pain forward, you will carry the fruit of it. Not trauma or confusion, but a fire-tested identity. That identity will speak louder than words. You don't need to defend your journey, just live it. The results will speak. Now breathe. Stop asking, why me? The answer is because what you carry is too important to be formed in shallow places. Your assignment needed a strong foundation. Yes, I allowed the long road, but I walked every step with you. Now we begin to redeem what looked like loss. Healing is not somewhere in the future, it's here, and it starts with seeing your pain as proof of your calling. People who impact deeply often feel deeply. But those who weep deeply also walk with a clarity the world can't understand. You have no idea what you carry, but I do, including the weight of your scars. They are not shameful, they are holy. Now walk as someone who knows that nothing you survived was wasted. It was all shaping you. Now it becomes your strength. You've asked when the change will come, when the weight will lift, when the promise will finally be fulfilled. You've waited so long that doubt started to creep in. But the delay wasn't denial, the silence wasn't rejection, and the timing was never broken, it was being refined. The movement you've been waiting for is already underway. Even if you can't see it yet, even if hope still feels out of reach, I am moving. And it's closer than you realize. What I'm releasing in your life won't always come with big signs or fanfare. It will begin in quiet ways, in the atmosphere around you, in changed conversations, in a new restlessness in places you once tolerated, in the way old relationships start to lose their hold. These aren't just feelings, they are spiritual signals. What I planted in you is rising to the surface, and everything that doesn't align with it will fall away. That discomfort you sense, that feeling that something is shifting even if nothing looks different, that's my spirit within you, testifying to the change that's already begun. You'll notice divine interruptions, an unexpected conversation that speaks to your deepest prayers, a delay that turns out to be protection, a moment of peace in the middle of fear. These are my signals. You asked me to lead you, and I am through divine alignment, through timely encounters, through a pace faster than your logic can grasp. Stay open. Don't cling to old rhythms out of fear. Don't try to force the timing to fit your expectations. Just stay close, stay yielded, and watch.